And in this regard, I note that the second Palestine Investment Conference will take place on the 2nd and 3rd of June to facilitate and mobilize investment in Palestinian businesses, including in the tourism sector. UNRWA also faces a financial crisis that threatens the sustainability of essential operations throughout the region, from employing teachers to providing medical care to improving precarious camp conditions for Palestine refugees. Even after scaling back requirements to critical levels, UNRWA's deficit today amounts to $90 million. I urge all those in a position to assist, in particular countries in the region, to provide additional support to UNRWA this year. Mr. President, while the situation pertaining to Lebanon has remained largely stable on the ground, allegations of arms transfers to Hezbollah created tension between Israel and Lebanon during the reporting period. Israeli officials have reiterated their concern over alleged transfers of sophisticated weaponry through the Syrian border. Lebanese officials, including President Suleiman and Prime Minister Hariri, Hezbollah leaders and Syrian officials sharply denied these allegations. A number of Arab and European leaders actively engaged with all relevant parties to dispel the tension. Within Lebanon, leaders met to continue their discussions on the development of a national defense strategy in the Forum of the National Dialogue on 15th of April. They will resume their deliberations on the 3rd of June. Lebanon has also seen the successful conduct of the first two rounds of municipal elections on the 2nd and 9th of May, which took place in an atmosphere of overall calm and stability and without security incidents. The next two rounds will take place on the 23rd and 30th of May. Concerning the reconstruction of the Nar al-Barat, a refugee camp, international support remains of great importance. There is a shortfall of $209 million to cover the costs of rebuilding the camp. The situation in UNIFIL's area of operation remained largely quiet. On the 16th of April, a local member of parliament led a demonstration in the village of Abbasiyah, and around 20 demonstrators, including journalists, crossed south of the Blue Line, where one person planted 2 Lebanese flags at the technical fence. The demonstration and the Blue Line violation took place in the area where 3 days earlier the IDF had carried out work north of the technical fence, but south of the Blue Line. No Blue Line violation had occurred during these works. A week later, on the 23rd of April, demonstrators, led by the same MP, crossed the Blue Line in the Sheba area in violation of Resolution 1701. In both instances, the situation was tense but contained. Israeli air violations have continued on an almost daily basis. On a number of days, there were over 30 violations, the majority of which were carried out by fighter jets. Mr. President, the search for Arab-Israeli peace must be comprehensive. We continue to value close engagement with Arab partners, which have a crucial role to play in supporting efforts on the Israeli-Palestinian track. Moreover, the Israeli-Syrian and the Israeli-Lebanese tracks, and indeed the framework provided by the Arab Peace Initiative, must be fully integrated into an overall effort for comprehensive peace, as recognized by the Quartet in Moscow. Efforts must continue to restart regional negotiations, and I take note of recent efforts by Israeli and Syrian leaders to convey messages of peace through international leaders. The situation in the occupied Syrian Golan remains stable, although settlement activity continued. In conclusion, Mr. President, after many setbacks and delays, we are entering a new phase in the efforts for Israeli-Palestinian peace. These efforts have our strong support, and I am convinced of the united determination of the international community. But let us all realize that we do not have the luxury of time. There is distrust and skepticism among peoples on both sides. Their leaders face multiple political challenges, and there are powerful elements who will seek to derail progress. Negotiations need to address the core issues and cannot be allowed to stagnate. Equally, the process must be sustained by positive actions on the ground, including in Gaza and Jerusalem, and in the further empowerment of Palestinian state building. The United Nations will continue to play its full role in these efforts, consistent with the resolutions of this Council. Thank you.
I'd like to thank Mr. Serry for his briefing. In accordance with the understanding reached in the Council's prior consultations, I now invite council members to informal consultations to continue our discussion on the subject. The meeting is adjourned. خدي معاكي دي.